2025 has delivered some positively terrifying new options for Xbox players to enjoy. Now, Silent Hill F makes a lot of big changes to one of the horror genre's OG franchises. For starters, it doesn't actually take place in the sleepy, creepy town of Silent Hill, but in a small Japanese village where a high school student watches her worst nightmares come to life. Melee combat is right at the centre of things this time around, as you're going to be fending off all kinds of hideous monsters using baseball bats and lead pipes. Teenage girl with a stick versus giant blob monster doesn't exactly seem like a fair fight, but feeling totally overmatched and overwhelmed is a part of what makes horror games like this just so thrilling. And then there's all the stuff that Silent Hill F does just like its predecessors, such as the disturbingly imaginative monster design, that twisty storytelling, and that intense, eerie atmosphere. Oh, and fog. I love being in my house. It's warm, it's cozy, all my shirts are there. But this next title does have me side-eyeing it just a little bit. Luto is a first-person psychological horror game where you play as a person who's stuck at home. I mean, truly stuck though. Every attempt you make to escape gets thwarted in some fiendish new way. And the more you search for a way out, the less sure you are of anything around you. And the longer you spend there, the less homely this place starts to feel. The way Luto takes the familiar and turns it into something terrifying is amazing, and it all adds up to a really moving story about life and death. Mostly death though. Now, where Silent Hill F lets you conquer your fears by bashing them with a stick, Abiotic Factor asks you to take a slightly more cerebral approach. To day one Game Pass release, and Abiotic Factor is a co-op survival game that pits some of humanity's brightest minds against an endless horde of interdimensional horrors. You're going to choose your PhD and then use your specific science skills to whip up some homemade weapons, some traps, and other useful doohickeys. Up to 6 players can join forces at once, and if you all put your heads together, you should stand a fighting chance. Although, if you all choose to be theoretical physicists, well, at least you'll have some interesting ideas about where it all went wrong. The idea of a regular person transforming into a dangerous monster has been giving us chills and thrills since Dr. Jekyll went into hiding, and it's something that Dying Like the Beast absolutely nails. The latest entry in this first-person action series delivers all the stuff we love about Dying Light games, like an intriguing open world to dart across while pulling off cool parkour moves, and beating the ever-dying daylights out of monsters, meanies, and anyone who dares disturb our deadly handspring routines. But the Beast also lets you positively Hulk out, transforming into a monstrous new form, and then finding all sorts of fun new ways to wreak havoc on your foes. What's your favourite mode to go full Beast mode in? Prototype? Skyrim? Nobody Saves the World? Something else entirely? I don't know, hit the comments with your favourites. By adding online co-op to its winning puzzle platform formula, Little Nightmares 3 proved that nothing's quite as scary when you're facing it with a friend by your side. But it also proved that some things are still very, very scary. Playing as a pair of poor little souls called Low and Alone, the third Little Nightmares game has players running and jumping through a new collection of chilling environments, including a twisted carnival and a candy factory that's anything but sweet. Of course, there are a range of terrifying bosses for you to flee from this time as well. Tagging in a partner online is great, but you can also just let the AI take control of one character, so there's plenty of goosebumps to go around with this one. If Silent Hill F got you yearning for the survival horror games of old, then you're in luck, because with Tormented Souls 2, they are very much back. From its fixed camera angles to its manual save system, everything about this one is gloriously old school. Even the dialogue is extremely 90s coded, with some lines that are so cheesy, they'd be right at home on a Jill sandwich. But Tormented Souls 2 isn't just a trip down a very spooky part of memory lane. Its world is beautifully detailed and full of side paths and secrets to discover, while some of the puzzles you'll encounter are even more brutal than the enemies.
God, she's dead.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 lets you live out all your favourite vampire fantasies, from wielding unholy powers. Bang!
What? More evidence.
Oh my
I must
God.
be careful.
What the hell? To achieving that perfect smoky-eyed look. In this first-person action RPG, you get to create your very own elder vampire and then head out to explore the strange new world they've woken up to following a century of slumber. Get to know the various vampire factions that run Seattle from the shadows, decide who to ally yourself with, and, if you get the chance, try to solve the cold case that's been bugging you for the last 100 years. Right, I'm going to talk fast now because sorry we're closed is a whole lot of things. It's an old-fashioned, fixed-camera survival horror game and an arcade-style first-person shooter. It's an epic romance about a cursed woman and a lovelorn demon that puts you through a thrilling race against time to save your soul, and a lazy London-set slice of drama where you wander about, chatting with the locals and deciding who to help. It's old and new, it's cute and horrifying, it's funny and somber. It's sorry we're closed, and it's well worth checking out. Cronos: The New Dawn is a third-person horror game that really stacks things against you. For one thing, the world has basically ended when the game begins, so you're going to be hopping back in time to harvest souls and just figure out what went wrong. And whatever time period you're in, you're going to find yourself surrounded by grotesque creatures who can absorb each other to form even bigger, blobbier, altogether more frightening monsters. You've got a pretty nifty suit to fight back with, but the more powerful it gets, the more your grip on reality starts to slip. So yeah, not one for the faint of heart, but if you are up for the challenge, Cronos: The New Dawn is one of the most gorgeous and gruesome survival horror games that you'll find anywhere. Now that we're done with all the spooky games, we might just scare up some festive treats for you, or some games to be thankful for, or a few that you can resolve to play in the new year. But who knows. If you'd like to find out though, make sure you subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.